I would like to start this episode by apologizing to you guys. If you haven't seen last episode, which you probably should, go check it out. It'll be above, and I'm going to give you like a few seconds. Have you clicked it? Are you back? Going to give you like a few more seconds. Cool. Beautiful way to pad the time, actually. So last game was disappointing, and it was disappointing with a capital D and disappointing because we were hyping this game up. It was meant to be the next big thing. It was meant to be this big, huge thing that we're going to do. We were going to dominate Serbia, and then we lose the first important game. That is me in a nutshell. But yeah, 1-0, and that was quite pathetic. We have managed to mess up in the first ever big game. We have managed to lose the Eternal Derby against Red Star 1-0. And I want to punch something. I want to punch pillows. I want to punch walls and just be very disappointed in myself, really. We have lost 1-0 to our biggest rival. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. So hello world, I'm MrSpaceman. Welcome back to another episode of Partizan to Glory. This is going to be episode 3. Hopefully it's going to be a better episode than last episode. We have a big game today as well, so the cliche of, it's a big game today, continues. See, I'm a YouTuber. Anywho, we're going to be taking on Rio Ave. We're going to be in the 4th qualifying round of the Euro Cup, and I like to say actually quite often, but Partizan in real life were knocked out in the 3rd qualifying round to Charleroi. It's a Belgian team. So we're already doing much better. So if we get knocked out here, it will be less disappointing than real life, but still will be more disappointing for me. I don't want to show you 2 defeats in a row. This will be a very beautiful start to the season. I'm really happy that the first episode we won, okay? And there was a penalty shot at the start. But if you think I can win, leave a like for this video. If you like the series, leave a like for this video. If you like me, leave a like for this video. And let's jump into this episode because, like I said, it's an important one. But first of all, let's catch up on everything that we've done. So what we have done after that disappointing game is mess around with tactics. So we've tried 2 or 3 different tactics. I guess 2 and 1 variation of the first tactic. So against Proletar, we have won 1-0. Bahabek is amazing, first of all, so I'd like to say. But we used a 4-1-4-1 DM wide blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of the tactic we have right now, but the only difference is we try to combine a false 9 and a shadow striker. It doesn't work when teams defend. It does not work because they're not going to be drawn out. They're just like, cool, lol, you do whatever your fancy movements you want. We're not going to move. And yeah, 1-0. I mean, we're doing quite well. Okay, we're still winning. Apart from this one, we're still winning, so that's important. But I don't like the very small results. So against Honka, we tried a different tactic, and this one's funny. This one is a T tactic, which I tried for a little bit, which is a crazy decision because the only thing we have in this team is very good wingers, and I got rid of them. Makes me a good football manager, doesn't it? But yeah, it's a T tactic. I tried to focus on the play down the middle. Didn't work because they just compressed the out of the midfield, and my wing backs are not good enough to kind of use that space. Curse you, Serbian football at the start of Football Manager 2020. Anyways, next game, Napredak. If I'm saying it wrong, tell me in the comments because I know there's some people from Serbia watching this. And yeah, 2-1, a decent result. Suma and Hollander on the score sheet. Hollander is weird. He can have a game where he gets a 5.9 rating and then scores the next game, and I just don't understand him. I actually don't understand him. He's a bit of a weird guy. He's literally a jack of all trades. Like, what position would you play him in? Also, he can play left wing. Okay, left back. Sorry. He's just a quick runner, and he's okay at finishing, but he can't cross and can't dribble. So what? Is he just an athlete? But then his technicals are decent. I don't get him. I actually don't get him. Next up was a big game against Maccabi Haifa. I was worried about it, not gonna lie, but a good result nonetheless. Bibers Nacho and Zdeljar are 2 midfielders scoring, and we still used this tactic. We conceded in the last minutes, and in my opinion, that was fine because I was moving around, that's changing. They didn't have many chances. And when I brought in some youth, they scored, which is fair. Last game was finally a game where we scored more than 3 goals, I guess, in Serbia. 3-1 against Metalak, which is one of our affiliates, which is beautiful because I asked them to let us score. Pavlovic, Markovic, and Takumo Asano on the score sheet. Asano is a decent player. He scores quite a lot. If he can be a better finisher, it'll be perfect, but his pace is very, very useful, and I may use him on the wing more often. But today we're going to be taking on Rio Ave, and we're going to have a slightly different tactic. We're going to be using a fluid counterattack because I think Rio Ave are technically better than us. So apart from maybe I can kind of bit more direct passing, distribute quickly, counter, force out, which is fine. I think this will be good. Bahabek is quick. I really like Bahabek. He's a very quick guy. He scored 4 goals for me and pretty much only Burst Nacho scored 3. Okay. So Asano is the only guy scoring a lot, but he did score 2 or 3 goals against that Luxembourg team, which was fun. What are we going to do? I don't like keepers on the bench. And with that in mind, let's jump straight into the game. So going into this game, we are definitely underdogs. And this is why I'm using a cautious tactic. I'm trying to make sure we counter them. Because I don't know how to set up a tactic with these guys yet that will make us dominate the play. And hopefully our pace and our, just running at people will help. But what's happening? They're on the attack. Fabio Contrao. Oh God, Fabio Contrao. That is not good. Puts a cross in. Good defenders block it, which is very good. I probably should have named the team, but it's a very settled team. And if you watch the 2 episodes, you'll probably be able to use to them. Augusto almost scored, but yeah, it's pretty much the same team, really. Like Stojkovic, Zivkovic, Markovic, Maki, Urosevic, Zdeljar, Nachos, Jovic, Asano, Stevanovic, and Bahabek. And the funny story is the fact that Georgic wanted to play. And I was like, lol, okay. And it's a counter. I don't know what the story was about. It wasn't very funny, but Stojkovic, Stevanovic. Oh my God, names. Stevanovic keeps running. Asano, Takumo Asano, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Huh? I celebrated because I thought it was a goal. Then I stopped celebrating and then Asano scores. And this is why we did what we did. Like, this will not work for most other games. This will not work for any games in Serbia because people will be just happy if I sit back because they'll sit back and then no one will touch the ball in the middle. But that's a beautiful counter. And Asano is showing me why he's an important player. And I need to try and work him in. I may need to try and work in a winger at some point. Georgic. So yeah, Georgic wanted to play. I said, yeah, right. And then he's playing. That's the funny story. Mane. Okay, Mane is just running. Are we going to concede a similar type of goal? Mane, Zivkovic. Not a penalty, which is good. I'm really worried whenever my players tackle in the box because they often get penalties. Also, by the way, I would like to say, is this camera angle weird? Because I do notice that my eyes, I think, actually, there's some flares coming off my eyes and sometimes there's black spots forming, and I wonder if it's because my eyes are green and the computer is thinking that it's a green screen. Augusto, which would be quite funny. My eyes aren't really that green. Contrao plays into the middle. Blazes over the bar, and that was a very good interplay. I like how Rio Ave plays. It's kind of neat, especially in this game. Like, this was a very neat play, and we need to mark Carlos Mane. It's not Saudio Mane, and if it was, I would just surrender straight away, and then I would be like, how is he doing in Rio Ave? And why is he doing that? Right. Well, as you can probably expect, 37 minutes in, not many... I have to speak. Every time I speak, not many highlights. We concede. Don't concede. Asano. Okay, Bahabek. Ooh, we are on the counter. And I like this counter system. It may be something we use in Europa. Bahabek. 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 Bahabek, you beautiful bastard. John Christophe. What's his name? What's his full name? Should I just say his name all the time? Jean-Christophe Bahabek. Jean-Christophe Bahabek, and you are the best man. Like, seriously, when I'm gonna get married, you are gonna be my best man. Wow. Is that a weird thing to say? Is that a weird thing to say? A real player in a fictional game. No, the game is real. A real player in a real game from a fictional universe is gonna be the best man at my wedding. What? That makes no sense. If you guys have watched me by now, you'll probably be able to get that I don't really play cautious football. I am stupid. There's going to be games where I know I'm going to lose. What?
I suspect foul play. I have eliminated no suspects.
I was saying something, but penalty? Why? Markovic must have pushed someone in the box, which I think is stupid because he's a good defender and he shouldn't be pushing people in the box, but that's what happens. But yeah, like I said, if you watched me before, I don't really like to play counter-attacking football. I always play attacking football, so I guess this is going to be my first experience with doing this. even when I play with smaller teams, I always play positive. I don't know. It's something that just doesn't, my brain doesn't process counterattacking football. I don't know why. Like, I really like how Mourinho plays, but if I'm trying to set up my own kind of counterattacking football, I just don't consider it. And Pjecic is probably a weird person to play here, actually, now that I think about it. I could play Jojic as a role play. Yeah, there we go. Roaming playmaker. That could be a good thing for me to try. Takuma Osano is very, very good, but we need another player, I think. We need someone who's not as tired, which will be Markovic. Markovic is quite quick as well, which is good. That's our double sub. So yeah, I mean, if you like what you're seeing, by the way, give a like and subscribe, please. You'll be able to see that I actually hate counterattacking football, but with this save, we're gonna change. We're gonna change our opinion of it. Bahabek. I almost thought he was gonna score there. I mean, 2-1 for now, and we do deserve our expected goals, but I mean, they deserve a bit more. But we are defending. We know we're defending. Markovic, what are you doing, buddy? But okay, good ball. Never mind, Markovic. You're doing beautiful, Bahabek. And another shot. I mean, he has the pace and the dribbling to kind of push a bit forward, but still on target. He's trying to equal out our XG with Rio Ave. I was going to call him Rafk because my brain does not brain 90% of the time. And that's a quote that I can, if I ever start to sell merch, that will be my merch thing. My brain does not brain. Like, one day, when I'm rich and famous, please, remind me, link me to this video. Tarantini. Hopefully this is not going to be, the typical massacres you see in Tarantino movies. Monte. I am going to go 2-2, ain't I? You just feel that, don't you? Do you feel that? Do you feel the anger and just the, something called heartbreak? It's just like smash. Like someone took a hammer and just went, no. I'm not pissed. You are pissed. Oh, 3-2. Thank you, my friend. Oh, great. Nicola Jambor. Ha 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 ha. Thank you. We were destroying them in the first half and decided to show up. Oh, you're funny. Oh, you're a funny game. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. This... You're kidding me. You're actually kidding me. This is... Thank you, Football Manager. Okay. It's not really a thank you, Football Manager, because, I wasn't Football Manager. There wasn't the game's fault. I messed up. But what? What have I done wrong here? I am not happy. We're not going to be in Europe this season. We're not going to have the money for it. The players can take a lot of positives. Yeah, maybe we're just not ready yet. And maybe it's a good setup for the future. Maybe, this series will be a more struggly one than I thought. I thought, the Tigers of Asia one will be struggly. I thought Hamburger will be a more struggly one. But this one looks like it's going to be the most struggly one to date because we lose it in the fourth qualifying round. I think the board is happy. Jambor, the Croatian, has scored a goal. I think he scored 2. No, I'm already purging what has happened, but he scored from a header, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm pissed. He's a very good player. I mean, look at Rio Ave, like a decent team, a very decent team. I can't say anything about them. They're a very good team. Maybe I should just take this on the chin and go, but oh boy, we were 2-0 up and then we lost 3-2. And this is not this tactic's fault, I don't think. Maybe I should have put fullbacks, but what I'm thinking for, and I know I'm kind of padding the episode for no reason, but if you will indulge me here, let me just move up a little bit. So my thought process was, okay, we're 2-0 up. We have managed to do 2 beautiful counterattacks. So to get to progress, what a team like Rio Ave would do, they would always need to push forward. It's not about, they weren't like creating many key chances. So they weren't just like shooting a lot, Stojkovic saving, last ditch tackles, that sort of stuff. No. They weren't actually creating much. They had more shots, they had more chances, which is fair. But it's not like they were destroying and they were like, you know what, let's just do what we do. No, what they had to do with time running out is counter. They had to just keep countering. Sorry, not counter. They had to keep pressing. They had to keep pushing. They had to keep pushing and pushing. And when you push and push, players like Asano and Bahabek should be running away, right? And that's what my brain was thinking. I was like, that's what's going to happen. But apparently, Markovic wanted to concede. Markovic and Banyak are just a very meh partnership, I think. I mean, no, the problem is definitely not in Markovic and Banyak because they're good. It's Zivkovic and Jurosevic because the wings are horrible. The wings are screwed. The wings are actually screwed. Anyways, what are we going to do now? Well, I was hoping to do some European games for you guys, but now I can't. Now I cannot, which is going to make me sad. But what are we going to do? Well, I'm probably going to see. I wonder if Radnički is a good game for you guys. I mean, it's a decent game. Let's see you for the Radnički game. I think, or maybe TSC. TSC is a big team, but they're 17th, so no thank you. So I guess I'll see you back for the Radnički game. Hopefully by then we can kind of figure out a tactic we're going for because I don't know. I don't have a striker. For the first time in forever, I don't have a striker to build around, which actually pisses me off. Bahabek is decent, but he's not a striker. And with that disappointment, I guess, it's time to end. You know, leave a like if you like this video. I know I said we're gonna do well, and for all intents and purposes, this horrible result would cause me to dislike my own videos. But I do urge you to give it a like because YouTube is, YouTube is a tough business, and I'm trying to grow a little bit. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys, hopefully with a better episode next time. Bye, guys!